Alright, so today we're going to talk about working hours and rest periods under Philippine Labor Law. So it's an essential topic for both employers and employees. Hey everyone, welcome to this channel. So if you're new here, my name is Dennis Hilario and I'm a business consultant and entrepreneur with over 20 years of experience in helping businesses thrive. So in this channel, we cover all things like business, accounting, HR, branding, and marketing, giving you the tips and knowledge to grow your business smartly and legally. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and like the video and also hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Now let's dive right into it. So working hours and rest periods are a crucial part of labor standards in the Philippines. Knowing these rules will not only help you stay compliant as an employer, but will also ensure that employees get the proper treatment they deserve. So we'll go over regular working hours, overtime pay, night shift differentials, and mandatory rest periods. So let's dive in. Okay, so first let's talk about regular working hours. So according to the Labor Code of the Philippines, the normal work week for employees is 8 hours a day or 6 days a week, which totals to 48 hours per week. So employees working in excess of 8 hours in a day are entitled to overtime pay. But remember, just because the law allows up to 48 hours, some businesses choose to go below this standard, offering like 5-day work weeks or shorter shifts depending on industry demands. So what's important to note is that the 8-hour rule applies to all industries except when modified by law, such as in the case of employees working in healthcare or retail services where flexible work schedules may be applied. Now, onto overtime pay. If an employee works more than 8 hours a day, they are entitled to an additional 25% of their hourly rate. So this increases to 30% if overtime happens during a holiday or a rest day. So let's put that into context. So if an employee's hourly wage is 100 pesos, their overtime rate would be 125 pesos per hour on regular work days. On holidays or rest days, that becomes 130 pesos per hour. Remember, overtime pay is not optional. It's a legal obligation that employers must fulfill unless your employees are classified as managerial or supervisory staff, which is another discussion altogether. Okay, let's move on to the night shift differential. This is another form of premium pay applicable when employees work between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. So the night shift differential entitles employees to an additional 10% on top of their regular wage. So if you're running a 24-hour business or if you have employees working late into the night, so this is a mandatory additional payment you need to make. Next up is one of the most commonly asked questions, rest periods. So the law mandates that employees must have a break of at least 60 minutes for every 8 hours of work. So this break is unpaid. There are also shorter rest periods known as coffee breaks or snack breaks, which are usually 5 to 15 minutes long. Unlike the 1-hour lunch break, are considered part of working hours and must be paid. So here's a key point. Under normal circumstances, an employer cannot force an employee to work during their rest periods. So if they do, that's a violation of labor law. Let's now talk about rest days. Again, according to the Labor Code, employees are entitled to at least one rest day after every 6 consecutive working days. So this rest day is normally scheduled by the employer, but employees also have the right to request that their rest day fall on a certain day for religious reasons. Rest days must be taken seriously. If an employee works on their rest day, the employer is required to pay them an additional 30% of their daily rate. So this applies to work performed during the employee's scheduled rest day. So speaking of premium, let's not forget the holiday pay. If an employee works on a regular holiday, they're entitled to 200% of their regular pay for that day. If they don't work, they still get 100% of their daily rate for that day as a holiday pay. However, if an employee works on a special non-working holiday, they should be paid 130% of their daily rate if they show up for work. And if it's a rest day and a holiday, that law requires that they be paid even higher, usually 150% to 260% of their daily rate, depending on the combination of factors. So while we're on the subject, there are also some special provisions in labor law concerning certain groups. Like for example, women and minors are prohibited from working during night shifts unless specific conditions are met. There are also rules around pregnant women and mothers when it comes to their rest periods and their ability to take maternity leave. We'll dive deeper into these specific rules in another video. So one big question is, what are your responsibilities as an employer? So ensuring your employees are well informed of their rights is crucial. You should provide a written contract detailing their work hours, rest periods, and overtime pay conditions. If you don't, you're opening yourself to potential complaints and legal actions. Another thing to keep in mind is that you should regularly monitor working hours, especially overtime, to avoid breaching labor laws. You can implement systems like timekeeping software or biometric devices to help track this accurately. And to the employees watching, it's important to know your rights. If you're working overtime, you must be compensated accordingly. If you're working a night shift or during holidays, these premiums are your right. If your employer is not compliant, the Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE, has a grievance mechanism to employees to report any violations. So violations of working hours and rest period laws can result in penalties for employers. Depending on the gravity of offense, penalties could include fines and temporary suspension of operations. In worst cases, the business could face a permanent revocation of its license to operate. So it's a serious matter. Staying compliant is key. So to wrap it up, working hours and rest periods are not just legal technicalities. They are part of the rights of and benefits of every worker in the Philippines. As an employer, following these rules will not only keep you compliant, but will also promote a healthier, more productive workplace. And as an employee, knowing these rights helps ensure that you're getting fair treatment. So again, thanks for watching or listening. Again, don't forget to like this video or subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you always stay updated with our latest content. If you have any questions, drop a comment below and I do my best to answer them. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and see you in the next video. DX Your Life in Business. Have a great day.